Hi everyone, this is Deborah, and today I wanted to share with you these great cards that my husband found for me. So he's even looking for stuff for me now. He was at the shops the other day and he found these things and he was telling me about them, and they're a card, and he didn't get them for me, but they're a whole box and they were 30 cards plus envelopes, and they were $3 for the box. End of year run out sale. So he went back the other day and he saw them again, and this time he bought them for me, and they're only $2 a box. So he bought me 2 packets, so I've got 60 cards. One's called Man and Machine, one's called Snapshots, and they are just the most fabulous photos. So you can see they're actually like a greeting card, and look at the fabulous photographs. Look at this one, this is so cute. They're just all these lovely old black and white images. Some are better than others, you know, some I wouldn't necessarily use, but I thought that was so thoughtful of him to actually do that for me and to find me these. Some of them are very cool. And then there's the Man and Machine ones, which are some of these really nice images. Since I love things like this, I love old bits of machinery and things. An old boat. There's plenty of cogs and things in here. So I've got 60 of them, plus the envelopes. So I'll probably use the envelopes for something else. Maybe I'll just use them for cards or something. But right now, I just wanted to give you a quick idea of what I'm thinking in terms of altering them. The train has gone right through. That's lovely. Some of them are really hilarious, you know, and some are, you know, maybe not so much. Just depends what you like, I guess. So I was just wondering if, look at this guy with the goggles, it's really cool. I was just wondering if I could maybe just alter one. So I'm going to use this one to start with, because this is probably something that's not as appealing to me, so it doesn't matter if I ruin it. And I'm just going to see what I can do with this one. I'm going to start by cutting the card. In fact, I might just rip it off. And I've pulled out this, which is like a big emery board. I do have a little sanding block somewhere, just not quite sure where it is right at the moment, and I wanted to see if I run this over it. Okay, probably if you're going to do this, you'd want to go in the one direction, a bit like filing your nails, because if you don't, you'll find that you'll get just a whole heap of scratchings across it, rather than in the one direction. It'll look a bit better. Oh, she says, and then she doesn't do it. So already that's much better, because I've taken some of that shine off there. And I've also got these little distress edging things. The next step is to lay down some tissue paper, and this is just a Liquitex matte medium that I'm using to do that. And I've got some scraps of, I think these are Dina Wakley tissues that I've got. So I've just got a few scraps here. Thought I could just experiment, see what happens when I do this. Some texture on that background. I'm just putting it just a bit of matte medium down on the actual photo, and it's not terribly shiny anymore because of the sanding that I did on it, and then just put some of the tissue on top. Now it might seem like I'm just randomly plonking it down, but I am actually thinking about the design when I'm doing this. One of the things in the design would be to make sure that you take some of the tissue to the edge. If you have everything sitting in the inside, your eye isn't going to take in the whole piece that you're working on. So you need to do what's called breaking the edges to make sure that you've got some, you know, visually it looks pleasing. And you can usually tell if it's visually pleasing just by looking at it, and your gut will tell you whether or not it's worked. So I think that that's looking pretty cool at the moment. The next step would be, grab my box of tissues again. These are some sayings that come with the pack. I quite like this Ernest Hemingway saying, "We're all broken, that's how the light gets in." I'm going to start by cutting it out. Now I'm going to cut around it close to the edge so that when I stick it down, a lot of that will disappear and you won't, you know, see that defined edge on the edge of the saying. Trim as much as I can away without trimming those words off. There you go. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I'm not going to do anything more to it actually. I really think that's quite good. I might give it a border. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a border on it. This is a Pentel correction pen, so it's got a fine nib on it. I'm just wondering if I can get that to work, so I'm just going to test it. It's coming through. See if we can put a bit of a border on it just to define it. Now you don't want a straight line because it's nearly impossible to get a straight line on things. So I find that when I'm trying to do this, if I kind of just roughly draw it, it looks a lot better than trying to do it in a single stroke. So kind of just, you know, pull up and down as you're going around. You'll get a much nicer finished look. Well, that's my thing anyway, that it won't look like you've made a mistake. And there you go. I think that's really cool. So I've got 29 others that I can play with. I'm not going to do them all the same, but I'll be able to now use this and put it into a junk journal or onto another art piece or something. And I think that that's very successful. So thank you to my husband who thought to buy these wonderful cards for me. And at $2, couldn't go past them really, could you? This is Deborah. Thanks for watching. Cheers.